Hello and welcome to Productivity Nerd, a podcast all about getting shit done, hopefully in an elegant way that doesn't leave you too broken. In our crazy worlds, we're all about balancing the need to work enough to make ends meet, enough not to annoy our bosses, but also enough that we feel like we've done enough, which can be a whole different psychological and emotional ballgame, along with the human need to rest and stay well. Plus, on top of that, we'd quite like to enjoy ourselves, maybe just a little bit along the way, spending quality time with those we love. I, for one, love hearing about how people get that balance and work more efficiently so they have more time to do the things that they love. Hello, welcome to Productivity Nerds. It's Kathy here for a little mini pod. And today we are talking coldness. This is me in my heated fleece. We're going to look at keeping warm at home because look, right, it's 2026. Heating bills are still doing their best impressions of a SpaceX launch. And frankly, none of us need to be cold or, skint while trying to answer emails. It's bleak cold outside. Our brains need a bit of enrichment. So we're going to have a bit of how to keep warm as demonstrated. This is, if you're listening to this, not watching on YouTube, I'm in my best heated hoodie with the hood up and now I can't see. Anyway, it's going so well. But basically, we're going to talk how to keep warm working through the winter at home. So grab a blanket, grab a cup of tea, maybe grab 2 cups of tea, one for each hand to keep your hands warm, and let's get cozy. So first thing, heat the human, not the house. God, I feel like Skeletor out of, what was Skeletor from? Thundercats? No, He-Man. Anyway, I'm going to put that down. It's ridiculous. Right, number 1 top winter hack. Heat yourself. Don't heat the house. So, heated blankets. I have a heated blanket. I love it for in front of the telly. I am slightly worried if I put a heated blanket on my lap when I'm working, I will just fall asleep in my chair or on the floor. Blanket says to me, snoozy time. So I can't do heated blankets at work. I have tried a heated seat warmer. It didn't really do it for me. I've got a fleecy sheepskin thingamabob, but that's just non-heated, and that's rather nice. You can get USB hand warmers, get some proper slippers, like nice chunky ones. Heated hoodie, highly recommend. This one, I just turn it on with a little button. It's got a battery, and that will keep me warm for 6 hours. It's really, really good. And a bit of fun fact, humans lose up to 10% of body heat through their head. Fair enough. Not necessarily any more than any other body part, despite what your mum told you when you were little. But we lose far more through our hands and our feet. And that is because the body prioritises protecting vital organs. It keeps your core warm, which every outdoor swimmer will know, right? That's why your hands and your feet are the first thing to go when you get in cold water. So warm socks, warm brain, science. And thinking about your house. Now, probably if you're home all day and it's just you don't want the entire place to be a complete igloo, right? But you don't need, neither do you want to heat every single room in the house when you're sitting in one room. So whether you work in the spare room, the kitchen, or like a little cupboard that you've called the office, Jules, create a warm zone and ignore the rest of the house. I have a little plug-in heater that I will put into this room if I absolutely have to. But we don't need to heat every single room. Fun fact, if you reduce your home thermostat by just 1 degree, you can cut heating bills by about 10%. And that is more money to spend on stationery, ladies and gentlemen, and that's important. Sod the heating, buy the notebooks. That's what I say. I mean, if it comes to it, you can burn notebooks, right, if it's that cold. And thinking back to lovely Rebecca Seal in the solo episode we did, rituals are great. And you can have warming rituals, right? Have winter rituals. So, nice morning hot drink. You can get USB drinks warmers. Or even I have like, I take it to the gym, but I've got various different flasks. If I'm feeling really chilly, I will bring flasks of tea upstairs so that I can constantly keep topping up because I will get engrossed and I'll forget to go downstairs and get more. But I might have a cup of tea and a top-up flask or a tea and a teapot, a nice warmed teapot. Movement breaks, right? What a great way to warm up. Do some star jumps, jump up and down, get your old under desk treadmill going and keep warm that way because sitting still is the fastest way to get cold. And how about a little afternoon ritual? Get a bit of hygge. Oh, that's not how you say it. What is the I'm not even going to say. You know what I mean? The Norwegian thing, right? That thing that all the books are about a couple of years ago. Get some cozy socks. Get a candle on. Looking at a naked flame is really nice and warming. Obviously, it's not actually giving out any heat, but it looks like it might. So, candle, socks, little Nordic world in your office. Why not? And another little fun fact for you, again, cold water swimmers know this as well. A warm drink doesn't actually raise your core temperature, but it psychologically it's all good. It tricks your brain into feeling warmer, but actually every swimmer knows it's lovely to have a warm drink, but really the main thing is just to keep your core or get your core warm as fast as possible. Psychologically, hugging a nice warm cup of tea is the best thing in the world. Yes, do it. Psychologically, you're onto a winner, even if the science says you're not. Have you got any drafts? I'm not talking like drafts of books you've never published or drafts of proposals that go up into the hundreds. Drafts like, your windows being a bit shit. If you've got any of those, fix them. Get a little bit of insulation. So you can get stick-on window seals. You can get a nice big long stuffed snake and chuck it on the bottom of your door. Apparently, now I am the woman who put foil on her windows over the summer, right, to reflect the sun, like some kind of weird paranoid conspiracy theorist. You can put bubble wrap on windows. It's weirdly effective. Now, you're going to look just as much an idiot as I did in the summer with my foil, but it's fine. It's fine. Bubble wrap your windows. Why not if it keeps you warmer? And fun fact, bubble wrap was actually invented as a type of textured wallpaper. I like a bit of decor, but really? Wallpaper? Bubble wrap? Takes all sorts. Not for me. Not for me. And thinking about your mindset, let's keep that warm, right? Let's keep it warm and cuddly. Let's go kindness. When you're cold, you are less productive. That is an actual fact. There is research out there. People working in chilly environments generally make something like 44% more mistakes. So, yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's a bit of a pain in the bum, but actually keeping yourself warm is good for productivity. And it's good for self-care. We should not be miserable just because we're home workers, right? I know we sometimes long, both in the middle of summer when they have aircon and the middle of winter when they have, free, in inverted commas, heating, want to go to an office. We are allowed to look after ourselves at home. So that was my little mini pod on keeping warm during the winter when you're working from home. I hope that was interesting and I hope you're going to stay cozy, stay warm, stay nerdy. The only thing that should freeze to death in January is your peas in the freezer, right? I will see you next time. Have a good week.